Hi, hello. So we have a compensation plan training today with our beautiful and loved Haido. Haido, welcome to this call. We really appreciate you. He is the person in charge of all the things we need. And of course, compensation plan is one of them. So, Haido, please enlighten us.
Yes, hi. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm here to explain the pharmacy compensation plan and how it works for you, and why it is a good tool to earn an additional income, especially in this industry. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that I can make sure that I have everything here. Okay. So this compensation plan, just so everyone knows, is at the bottom of the website. Okay. It'll say opportunity plan. We misspelled opportunity on purpose because of the Tuna family, which are the founders and owners of Farmasi. Okay. So the compensation plan, although it's a lot of information, it's actually much simpler than you can think of, right? And as you learn and start growing in our business, you also start understanding it a little more. So don't panic. I'm going to make a quote. Don't panic. This is organic. All right. You're going to learn little by little as you go on, and it's like a gradual learning curve that you're going to start figuring it out as you grow in the compensation plan. Okay. So the first thing we have is our welcome program. Our welcome program is an introduction program where in the first 4 months, by reaching this volume, 125 PV, this is a very important amount because 125 PV is also what is going to keep your account active. Okay. 125 PV is your monthly requirement to earn commissions and bonuses. But during your first 4 months, by hitting 125 PV, you will also earn these products, which are introduction products. Okay. So after the welcome program, all right, we're going to go ahead and talk about our online commissions. This is our biggest staple with the pharmacy compensation plan because what it does is that it gives you 50% profit on any customer sales. There's two ways to sell. You could sell in person where you buy the products, you give them out to someone or you ship them out, etc., right? In person, so physical sales, or online sales where you could share the link that you are assigned when you sign up. And with that link, whoever purchases from that link will have access to buy from you, and you would earn 50% profit, what that is paid after 3 days. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, apart from that, so we mentioned that 125 PV. PV stands for personal volume. Each dollar in the pharmacy compensation plan for the United States is equivalent to 1 point. Okay, so PV is anything that is a personal sale, okay, or a personal purchase. All right, so customer sales and personal purchases are considered personal volume. All right, this personal volume, as your volume grows and you recruit people in your team, that will grow your group volume. Okay, so group volume would be all the volume that is accumulated by you and the people that you recruit in your team. Okay, this group volume will determine your percentage level. Okay, so let's keep that in mind, percentage level. But before I get to that, all right, this shows you exactly how you're going to calculate your 50% commission. For example, Canada and Dominican Republic, it is based also on the currency exchange. So that's why you see division here on these to determine how many points or commission you earn from sales, customer sales to other countries. Okay, so apart from that, we have our team building program, which works as a recruiting tool. This recruiting tool, what it does is as you recruit people with other people with 125 volume, you get to choose any of these five products. And this is limited to five products per person. Okay, so if you qualify five recruits, you could choose five of this product or one of each. Okay. Let's go on to the bonus levels that I mentioned. So as your personal volume grows and the people that you recruit, their personal volume grows, okay, and the people that they recruit, and so on and so forth, then it creates your group volume. All right. This group volume is what determines in the compensation plan what your bonus level is. Okay. The top bonus level that we have is 25%. 25% is considered 5,000 GV and up. Okay, there's Emre here. So this is our owner. He came here to say hi.
Hi,
So
hi, Mary.
so here we're showing you exactly how your bonus level would work, and this is one of the keys to advancing in the compensation plan. Okay, so remember this so far. Your personal volume that I mentioned a little while ago, for example, 125 or 200 or whatever it is, that is determined. The reason that the way that you'll know what your personal bonus is determined on this bonus level. Okay. So, for example, this person has 200 personal volume and they finished at 25%, which means that their group volume was more than 5,000, then they would earn $50. This is separate from any uh, personal sales that you do or customer sales online. Okay. This is your personal bonus. All right. If you're in Canada or Dominican Republic, then you see that for the currency exchange, and it changes a little bit. Okay. Apart from that, you also have your group bonus. Group bonus works in a similar way as personal bonus, and it has to do a lot with the percentages, okay, your bonus levels. Each person in your team, apart from you, is going to have their own um, bonus level, okay? And as you can see, this person, an example, Emily, Tara, Sam, Camila, and John were their recruits. So they got 5 recruits. Each person was assigned a different bonus level based on their group volume. And how you calculate that is you take your bonus level and you subtract it from each person, and that's how you know what you need to multiply their group volume by. Okay, so for example, Emily, since she was at 15%, we multiply the difference, which was 10%. 25 minus 15 is 10. And you multiply by their group volume, which is then $200. Okay. And the same thing for Sam, but since it was 12%, the difference is 13. So 13% times 1300, $169, and so on and so forth, right? So for John, Camila, and Tara, you do the same and you just multiply by the difference in percentages. The total group bonus, I apologize, is $712 for these 5 individuals. So we had possibly our customer sales, we had our personal bonus, now we have our group bonus. Okay. So as you can see, there's different ways in pharmacy to earn, and that is why we consider our compensation plan the best in the industry. Okay. So apart from this, so the first question that someone will ask is, okay, and what happens if I'm at 25% and I have someone at 25%? Okay. So before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the advancement of the compensation plan. As I mentioned, 25% is the max that you could get to in bonus levels, but that does not limit your group volume. Your group volume could grow much more than the 5,000. Okay. So once you get to 25%, though, that's when the real advancement of the compensation plan starts. And that's where we start seeing titles. Okay. Each title has requirements. Leg requirements. What are leg requirements? Leg requirements are people under you who are also 25%. Each person at 25% is considered a leg. Okay. We have side point requirements, which is what determines that when you get to 25%, you're working your business. You're not just depending on one person. Okay. And then we have title point requirements, which is a separate thing that I'm going to show you now, and it works in the form of a table. There's a table that tells you exactly how many title points each person in your team above 25% would give you. Okay, so if we look at this example here, this person has 4 legs. Okay, so 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. Okay, so as you know, 4 legs. All right, and then we're going to talk about side points now. But technically, this person would be platinum. Okay, so you can see they have the 4 legs, and I'll show you how to calculate side points now. So side points are very simple, okay? Side points are what, like I mentioned, what determines that you're working your business and not just depending on those leaders that you recruit, okay? So it makes sure that you are also making sure that you're recruiting, creating new leaders, etc., right? So this person started off with 150,000 GV, okay? The 25% people in your team, so your legs, will always be discounted from that GV in order to calculate side points, okay? So from the 150,000 GV, we're going to go ahead and subtract 139,000. That is the sum of these legs, okay? Apart from that, we're also going to discount anyone that's either 22 or 18, but it's only one person, the highest person between 22 and 18. What that means is that whenever you have multiple people at 22%, you're only going to discount one person, the highest one. If you have multiple people at 18 and you don't have anyone at 22%, you're only going to discount the highest one of the 18. Okay? And that's how we get the calculation of side points. So as I mentioned before, this person is at platinum because they have 4 legs and they have way more than 2,500 side points. They have 7,000 side points. Okay. Then when we go to title points, which happen after you're trying to reach the title of diamond, okay, it is calculated this way. There's this table will show you the title points for each person in your team. If you earn a manager, director, bronze director, any of the titles in our compensation plan, each one has title points to show for. Okay. And depending on how many people in your team you have at these titles, that's how you know what your title points are. Okay. So going back to what I had mentioned that what happens when you're at 25% and you have people under you at 25%? How do you earn if there's no difference of percentages or bonus levels, as we call them? That's when you would calculate the total volume of your leaders. So you would take those people that are 25%, the people that are 22% and 18%, and the sum of that, okay, that's how you calculate based on these percentages. How it works is that based on your title, that's how you know how to calculate per each generation. What is a generation? The people that I directly sponsor is my first generation. The people that those people sponsor, that would be my second generation, and so on. Okay. That's how you know exactly what generation your downline is. All right. So you take the total amount from your generation one, you subtract it by your generation two, and then you multiply by the percentage depending on your title. Okay. So since we're in Gen 1 and technically we were platinum in that other example, I would be multiplying by 5.5%. Okay. Then I do the same for second gen and subtract by Gen 3, and I would do the same and multiply by 4% and so on. Okay. So it is based on the title that you finish at. All right. This is an example of how leadership bonus works. Leadership bonus in this case, this person had 150,000 GV and the second gen had 80,000 GV. I multiply the total amount that is left, 70,000, by 4%. Why? Because in this case, this person didn't end up at platinum. They ended at director or manager. Okay. And you do the same for second gen, third gen, and fourth gen. All right. And the different percentages are there in this guide, okay, to kind of show you an example of how the math works to calculate your leadership bonus. So we had our personal bonus, we had our sales, customer sales, we had our group bonus, and now we have our leadership bonus. In this example, this person earned $4,550 off of leadership bonus. Okay. So as you could see, this is a plan that has different ways to earn, and um, you can grow your income through the compensation plan. Okay. So apart from that, right? So apart from these bonuses, so far we've talked about how to earn bonuses through your team members and your volume. Okay. This is will show you how to earn cash bonuses. These cash bonuses come from hitting titles. All right. So once you hit the titles that we had mentioned, you have to hit these titles 3 months in a row. And once you hit these titles 3 months in a row, you qualify to earn these cash bonuses. Okay. So we have $1,000 for director, 1,000 for bronze, 2,000 for golden, 4,000 for platinum, 10,000 for emerald, and so on. Our highest cash bonus is 500,000 for hitting the executive boss director title. This is apart from your other bonuses and commissions, okay? This is the cash bonus. Apart from the cash bonus, We also have a car allowance bonus, which doesn't have to be for a car. You could use it for a motorcycle if you like. But how it works is that by hitting these titles and maintaining it, so you hit a title for 3 months and you maintain it, and after gold, you start earning these car bonuses, which are monthly payments. Okay. The cash bonus, I forgot to mention, is a one-time payment. All right. But this car bonus is a monthly payment. Okay. And I still have more. So apart from this car allowance bonus, we also have unforgettable experiences that we like to give. In this industry, it is very important to spend a lot of time together with the field, share moments. As you can see, the owner, just how he was here with me, he is also everywhere when it comes to how involved he is in the company. So you will see him on these unforgettable experiences. For our bronze director, we have our Pharmacy Leadership Academy, which is here in the Miami headquarters. For golden, we have the Pharmacy Turkey Trip. Okay, this Pharmacy Turkey Trip is amazing. It's honestly incredible. I cannot stress enough how incredible this trip is. It is a trip that'll leave you speechless. You get to see our main headquarters in Istanbul, Turkey, and you get to see our facilities, which are huge. It's an amazing facility that's filled with artificial intelligence, different departments for different research and development of our different items. We have a variety of items like nutrition items, skincare items, hair care items, cosmetics like makeup and things like that. And they show you exactly how all of these items are produced, okay, and manufactured. We have our convention experience for platinum directors, okay, where we last year we went to Vegas. This year the convention is here in Miami. And then we have also our European destinations where we have gone to Paris, we have gone to Italy, and we always try to keep it fresh and new cities, new places that you could explore around the world. And we also have our luxury tropical getaways, which is a diamond director trip for two, so you could take someone with you, and that is to the island of the Maldives. Okay. So that is all for our compensation plan. All right. We have some recognition items here that we also like to give out for hitting the titles and bonus levels. But overall, this is a great compensation plan for you to be a part of. This is a great way to earn an additional income, whether your goal is to either earn some money additionally on the side, apart from your full-time or part-time job, or you're a stay-at-home mom or someone that does not currently work a full-time or part-time job and you want to earn some money, you can also do this, or even potentially, okay, be a part of the top of our compensation plan and end up retiring from your current job and making this your full-time income. So there's different possibilities. It all depends on you. I hope this training is a guide for you. I hope that you find ways to earn and grow in our compensation plan, and I'll see you at the top of our recognition.
Thank you so much, Haido. We appreciate you. And as Haido said, we have the best compensation plan out there. And the great thing about it is everything he said, all the trips, all the incentives, all the bonuses, you can get them as we have in the past and thousands of people have. So thank you so much. The best part of this call is recorded, so you can go back and watch it as many times as you can. I know it's a lot of information. It's taken me a long time to get a grasp on every little detail, but the more I listen to it, the more I learn. So thank you so much, Haido. Thank you, everyone. I just let's make this company. Let's go for every single incentive we have available for this compensation plan. Thank you. Mwah.